about account types, think of it like the house, and the location that you choose is the brokerage firm that you choose, which is Fidelity, Merrill, Charles Schwab, E-Trade, just to name a few. You have two levels. You're gonna have your retirement accounts on the first level, your taxable accounts on the second level. These are your IRAs. The traditional SEP and rollover IRA are all after tax dollars, where the Roth IRA is before tax dollars. This level of the home, the IRS sets limits as who can enter and exit. They're like a bouncer checking IDs at the door. You cannot go in that room or you cannot go out that room. That's what's monitored by the IRS. There are limits of what can go in. However, once you are inside that room, whatever investments that you make, you can buy stocks, mutual funds, ETFs, bonds, even limited type of options trading. You're not taxed on what happens inside of the room. You are taxed when you go out of that room, unless you go out of the Roth IRA side. So the IRS has contribution limits for all of these retirement accounts. It's a little bit higher for a SEP IRA because it's a self-employed account. Works a little bit differently, but the inside is exactly the same. It doesn't matter how much money you make or lose. That's not a taxable event because you're already in this room. However, when you withdraw from that account, you never paid taxes on contributions on this side. When you withdraw from that room, that's when you pay taxes. It's normally taxed as income, so it's designed where you contribute to this account when you're in a higher tax bracket, get those write-offs if you qualify. And then once you retire, hopefully you're in a lower tax bracket and you can make distributions on that. If you're already in a lower tax bracket, you might end up in the Roth IRA room, in which case you're contributing after tax dollars. And when you withdraw from that, you're not taxed on it because you already were taxed. Now in the taxable accounts level, these are individual accounts, joint accounts, trust accounts. There are no limits going in and out. However, the IRS is watching what happens inside. That's what generates taxable events. You sell a position and you make money, that creates a taxable event. You receive a dividend, that creates a taxable event. Any time that money is made in this account, it's going to trigger a taxable event. Whereas if you're in this level, there it doesn't trigger. We just care who goes in and out. You can put as much money as you want in here. You can withdraw as much as you want. There are no limitations because there are no tax benefits. You are taxed on what happens on the inside. You can have as many brokerage firms as you want. You can have as many accounts as these as you want, as long as you stay within the IRS limitations, which are contribution limits. And you can find all of this on irs.gov. It's free. I show up for you. The best way that you can show up for me is listen to my podcast, Market Maker Podcast. I teach my friend how the stock market works.